Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our test server. Super excited. We have both of the Witcher heroes that have popped up. We have incredibly bad rain thunderstorms going on right now where I'm at. So if you hear a little bit of background noise, guys, it is the rain and hail that is going on in the background. But there we go, guys. There is Geralt or Geralt. We know we've already seen the skills and abilities, but looking at the character model, a little bit smaller than I expected. We've seen a massive Brutus. But I want to run through again the skills and abilities for them, because before we could not see the actual stats of what it gave. So of course the ultimate ability, the potion buff, when adrenaline, the energy is full, he'll drink a potion to buff himself, temporarily boosting his critical damage amplification by 25 points, dodge by 120. During the time while his adrenaline is above 400, he will be immune to control effects. When the effects are under the effects, he loses 120 adrenaline points per second. When he does not have enough adrenaline left, he takes some white honey to remove the buff, healing 80% of the max health and dispelling debuffs. That's pretty strong, guys. So not only is he amplifying his own damage, he has a significant amount of dodge right there, and he's also going to heal 80% of his max damage. So he has a big heal right there. Then, of course, the damage amplification goes to 35 and 150, and then he only loses 100 adrenaline instead of the 120 every time per second. So pretty good overall. Now this, I believe, is just similar to like Brutus's Whirlwind. Performs a fast spin to damage enemies with multiple times. Each hit deals 200% attack damage. Geralt gains an additional 30 adrenaline points per enemy hit. When Yennefer is an ally, the recovery rate is 10% higher. So that is very good to know. They do work in conjunction when Yennefer is in the same battle. Then, of course, he gets 40 adrenaline points per enemy hit. So if you do have more enemies that this is hitting, if you stack them up, seems like this is going to be a little bit broken. Rend performs a forward-facing heavy slash to enemies within range, dealing 230% damage. That ignores the enemy defense. Pretty strong right there. Damage scales with the adrenaline value and can increase up to 30%, which would give us, of course, 260. If Graveborn or Hypogean enemies are within the skill range, Geralt will attack with a silver sword, additionally reducing their energy by 400 points. Guys, that is a massive energy reduction. While using the silver sword, he is immune to control effects. I like that as well. And of course, damage scales up to 50%. Successful hits with the skill will increase his haste by 10 points for 25 seconds, stacking 3 times. That could be an extra 30 haste points on there. So pretty strong. The Graveborn and the Hypogeans, guys, that's going to be a death sentence. I'm thinking PvP aspect. That could absolutely crush them. Battle signs. Geralt uses different Witcher signs during battle. Yrden places a magical trap with Yrden that starts at the beginning of battle, lasting 35 seconds. Enemies within the trap have their dodge reduced by 200 and haste by 30. That's pretty tough, guys. And then Quen, when taking damage above 10% of the maximum health, quickly casts Quen to temporarily block all attacks. Then gains a shield equal to 12% of his max health for 5 seconds. Definitely like that. And then cast Ard in front of him, knocking enemies down within range. Pretty cool. Pretty cool rotation. We've seen this similar with Ainz with all of the different abilities. We've seen it with Baba Yaga. So there he knocks down enemies. The traps reduce 250 dodge and 40 haste. And then he gets an additional 150 adrenaline points. Definitely like that, guys. Signature, there is the signature, the sigil, the icon, Wolf School Medallion. I like it. And then, of course, increases the attack range of Whirl and Rend. Every time he uses Rend, he increases the normal attack and Whirl damage by 10% for 25 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. And then it is normal attack, Whirl, and Rend. There's Rend and normal attack. For every Whirl hit, Gerald's crit rating increases 5 points for 25 seconds, which can stack up to 5 times. He already has that crit damage amplification built in. Now we're giving him the ability to actually land those crits and land those crits with a lot more damage, guys. Loving him so far. When successfully blocking damage with Quen, nearby enemies take 80% of the block damage. Geralt's attack cannot exceed 350%. Then enhances Ard and with a piercing cold mutation, increasing the range while inflicting freeze on enemies. That means he's going to have a crowd control aspect in there as well. Very, very nice, guys. Let me see what he does out here. I think he's going to be absolutely amazing to see in combat. So there, that aura is huge, guys. That is, I believe, the trap he drops for 35 seconds. There, he drank his potion. You can see the adrenaline going down. Like the icon was there for a second. I love how he switches the swords. There's the pushback. I like he does have kind of a knockback. Three-stage multi-attack. Very nice. I like how he looks. Let's see, who did they give us in here? They gave us Yennefer. That's what I was hoping, guys, that they would give us Yennefer. So let's drop her back here. Who else do we have in here? Brutus with an immunity. We have support. We have Nemitsu. I'm gonna try to do this combination. Again, they gave us kind of some crappy heroes to play with. There we're going to look at Yennefer in just a minute, guys. Look at that. I was hoping to boost up. Yennefer just teleported, and there she goes. She comes right back. Pretty cool, guys. Yennefer looks like an absolute monster in there. Only 2 million damage, but look at that, 3.34, guys. Wow, Witcher putting out some absolute definite damage, guys. Very, very cool. Then, of course, we get Yennefer. Yennefer is the second dimensional hero that we're getting. Let's go ahead and run through this, guys. Frontline tactics. Yennefer dives into the most crowded area of the enemies and slams in the ground, dealing 300% attack rating damage to enemies within a radius and imprisoning the hit enemies for 3 seconds before teleporting back. When she uses this, she is invulnerable, guys. This, I'm sure, is going to be a huge, huge crowd control aspect right there. Lilac and Gooseberries. Yennefer enhances enemies in a given range around here for 2 seconds, during which they start attacking each other with normal attacks, so has a crowd control aspect there. This effect can only be triggered once every 10 seconds. If Geralt is at an ally, he inflicts 20% additional damage to the enchanted enemies. I like, again, the combination between there. And then enchanted enemies 4 seconds, and then the effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds instead of 10. This can be up for quite a bit, and if he's doing a 20% additional damage, Sorcerer's Wrath, this is what we just seen, guys. Cast Frost and Thunder magic in turn. Frost channels a line of ice shards and ice storm, dealing multiple hits to enemies in frontal, causing 180% attack rating and knocking them back while stunning them. So again, another crowd control aspect. Thunder magic summons thunder in front of an enemy, dealing 220% attack rating and stunning them again. Then looking there, guys, just higher damage, higher damage. Thunder magic damage increased by 20% with each additional enemy in range, up to 60. So again, putting these enemies together could definitely make a difference. And then the magic barrier. Seeing her back there with the 2 lightning rods. Creates a magical barrier at the start of battle, reducing 20% of damage allies on the allied side of the enemy. 20% of the damage that allies take from enemies on the enemy side of the battlefield. Barrier lasts for 24 seconds and disappears upon Yennefer's death. While this is an effect, she's immune to control effects, so crowd control not going to make a difference. Damage reduction goes to 25% for enemies on the enemy side of the battlefield. So you really want to push like an invade team. An invade team, guys, would keep all of our allies on the enemy side, giving them a 25% reduction over there, which I like. Every 12 seconds the barrier lasts, it deals 200% attack rating to all enemies within it and knocks them back to their side of the battlefield. That reminds me kind of keeping them on the back of their side, so could possibly be Kren. Again, looking at a possible invade. For every 6 seconds the barrier lasts, deals 300% attack rating to all enemies and knocks them back on their side of the battlefield. Wow, that is pretty cool. Yennefer's necklace increases energy recovery by 30% for allied heroes. Wow, within the magic barrier when they suffer damage. Now there's a 30% increased energy reduction or increased energy recovery, 40% right there. Each allied hero on the magic barrier increases the damage reduction of the magic barrier by 5%. Magic barrier duration is suspended when no enemies are within it. So if we have no enemies in there, the time will stop in there. Very, very cool. Again, guys, looking at the invade aspect of that. Yennefer is in the back line of the allied side. It greatly increases the range of frost magic. When she receives melee damage from an enemy, she teleports herself and the enemy to their respective back line and resets the Sorcerer's Wrath cooldown. This effect can be triggered once every 12 seconds. Yennefer is immune to control while using the skill. Again, very, very powerful, guys. That is kind of crazy to see. So here she is in the back. Boom. There's the barrier. Look at the frost. Here's the alt. Teleports. Boom. Teleports right back. Barrier just disappeared. Man, she's going to be pretty tough. I love that teleport. That is probably one of the absolute best ones in the game. So who did they give us here? Let's see. Got a good tank. We got damage mitigation. There's the Witcher. So we'll put those two in. Got crowd control. Go double crowd control. See what we can do. There's the barrier. And the barrier's over the allied side. I thought it was on, maybe if you're outside of the barrier. I might have read that wrong. Pretty decent damage, even pretty decent damage from the Witcher. Let me see the barrier. So creates a magical barrier at the start of the battle, reducing 20% of the damage allied heroes on the allied side take. So it is the allied side from enemies on the enemy side. 20% of the damage allied heroes on the allied side, which is our side, take from enemies on the enemy side of the barrier. So it does protect our side. Okay. I get it now. It's early. It just takes a minute. All right, guys, so that is our brand new heroes, guys, Yennefer and Geralt. Very, very cool. I'm very impressed with Yennefer. It's going to be very cool to see both of them coming up, guys. That'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.